This is Mr. Fluffernutter. He is going to be our guide through the rest of the game. I wasn't even planning on playing a thief, but here I am. So this is our first one. We're going to look at Queensdale. Are you ready? Let's go. Hello and welcome to our guide on Queensdale. This is going to be a very in-depth guide. So to help out, I have put some little hearts on the right side of the screen. They will stay there for the entire time. If you are looking for a particular part of the map, you can just click the hearts. So if you've done 1 and 2 and you can't figure out what to do for number 3, you can go ahead and click that. This is the first part of the series, and this is my brand new thief named Mr. Fluffernutter. I like to go with very authentic sounding names when I make my characters. Alright, so here we have the guy with the binoculars. Now the guy with the binoculars you usually run past, or I did most of the way through beta. I thought, well, all he's going to do is show me the map and I can figure that out as I go. But be honest with you, it actually opens up more of the map if you use the guy with the binoculars, let him show you the hearts he wants you to do, and then you can see more of the map. You can of course unlock the areas of the map by running to them, but it's actually quicker just to see the guy with the hearts, and there's a bunch of them around, so we're going to try to show them as best we can. This is not a guide for just doing hearts. This is going to be the guide for looking at vistas and also points of interest and maybe some other little cool stuff along the way. So I'm going to be showing you kind of a circular pattern with this first set of 5 hearts. If you follow it from point 1 to point 5, you should do a complete circle, and you should have all of the vistas and points of interest except one, which is up at the water filtration station. Okay, maybe it's not a water filtration station, it's something for the irrigation station. Conjunction junction. Alright, so this is number 1, help Farmer Dia. What you're going to do in this one is there are a bunch of worms that will spawn. You can just go ahead and click on the little spots on the ground. Once you've clicked the spot, a worm will pop back up. And just because somebody killed one there, you usually can click it again. The other thing you can do here is you can feed the cows. There are bags of grain, usually around the front entrance is where you'll find them mostly. You pick up the bags of grain and you walk up to the cow and you feed the cow. The third thing you can do here is put out fires that are started by the bandits. Now, if the bandit scenario isn't going at the time you do this, you might not even ever have to pick up the water buckets. That kind of leads me to another point I'd like to make. If there are enough people here, like there were the first day of Head Start, this place, there was probably 45 people standing right where I am at right now. I'm not talking about in the entire area, I'm talking about on this node. It was ridiculous. The more people you have in an area, the more chances that there will be a boss encounter that's unlocked. So if you stay here long enough, or if you come here and there's a bunch of people that just decided to level the same time you did in this area, there's a chance that a boss will spawn. The boss for this particular area is a huge worm, and the reward for killing him is a couple of blue items, I believe. Nothing spectacular, but it's worthwhile doing if you're in the area. As far as which ones you should probably do, honestly, I think feeding the cows gives you the most bar advancement per item, if that makes sense. If you do the worms only give you like a little bit of a smidgen on the bar, whereas if you feed the cow, it's usually 2 to 3 times what the worm killing does. Of course, killing the boss worm does not count to the overall helping out the farmer, believe it or not. But the worm does, and I've actually only put the fire out 1 time, the entire time I've ever done this, because I'm like killing the bandits and I'm not paying attention. And look, I'm trying to dump water on the worm. Dumping water on the worm is the most inefficient way to kill a worm. Generally, they can handle a bit of water splashed on them. I could be wrong. Anyway, so going at it with just killing the worms, you can do it, but it's going to be a little bit grindy feeling, and after a while you're like, oh my god, I have to kill another worm. Go ahead and do the feed every once in a while just to kind of switch things up. I think that pretty much explains what's going on here. We're going to go ahead and skip this. You don't need to see me do every single part of the heart. You got to get the idea. Kill the worms, feed the cows, and put out the fires. Or kill bandits. Let's move on to the next heart. And through the magic of editing, Farmer Dia is very happy with our cow and worm management techniques. We're going to move on to help Cassie around the Moa Ranch. I have it in the note there that it's the cave. It's effectively the cave, and we'll show you why I call it the cave instead of helping her around the Moa Ranch, because the Moa Ranch is kind of okay. It's the cave that's the problem. Okay, there's absolutely no reason to kill the Moas around here other than the fact that it sure is fun. Anyway, so you can kill the deer and stuff. That's not the point of this. What you got to do is, there are 3 things you can do in pretty much every heart, and so the 3 things you can do at heart number 2. Or you can kick the bushes out here and hope that a bandit pops out. Because if you kick the bushes and nothing pops out other than a little baby Moa, you get hardly any credit for it at all. And the bushes have like a respawn timer, and so you stand here for a while and you kick the bush, and then you have to wait, and then okay, the bush comes back and you can kick it again. This is probably the least efficient way to do this quest, is to kick these bushes. But if you're a non-violent type and you just want to smoke a doobie and have some potato chips, then probably kicking the bush might entice you. My type of fun is to run inside the cave here. You can pick up the supplies that the bandits are leaving laying around. When you pick up a supply, a bandit will drop down and say, "Hey, where are you going with my supply? That's mine." So because he's a bandit, he's going to try to kill you. But that's okay. You kill them first, and you get credit for the kill. You can then run that supply back out and give it to Cassie, but the problem is it's inefficient that way, to run back and forth just carrying 1 supply or 2 supply at a time. Better off just stay in the cave, kill all your bandits, and there is a vista in here that I'm going to show you in a little while. These bandits have a really fast respawn timer. If you're in here with more than, say, 5 or 6 people, you got to watch your back, because they will die and respawn on top of you while you're running away to the next one. So it's kind of crazy. I hope they'll change that eventually, but for now, right after beta's over, this is right after Head Start's over, game's been released, this is the way it is right now, so I'm just mentioning it. Alright, let's move ahead to the Vista, because you could sit here and watch me do this all day long, stabbing bandits in the face with my sword, and that's fun, but you guys are here to learn how to do the hearts and all the other stuff. So let's move on to the Vista inside this cave. If you do the Human Noble storyline, you will recognize this portion of the cave. It's actually part of your storyline quest, but it's sort of blocked off, and I couldn't walk into your storyline at this moment if you were doing it in here. It's kind of neat. It's instanced, but it's part of the main cave here. So all you need to do is go down the path past the bandits where they have their wine sort of set up, and then you cross this bridge right here, go up to the top, and then you will find the Vista. Really, really simple Vista to get to. It literally is one you just walk right up to. Can't beat that, right? Alright, so that's it for this cave area. Let's go ahead and go to the next one, which is assist Farmer Ida at the apple orchard. Okay, now that we've run out of the cave, that was the cave entrance right there we just left. We do have a point of interest, and also I will show you the karma vendor, which would happen to be Cassie. This is the Moa Ranch, and nothing really exciting ever happens in here. All you gotta do is run into the little thing next to the pigsty, and you will get the point of interest credit for that. Okay, moving on down. Right straight ahead of us is the apple orchard where Farmer Ida is doing her apple pickings. She has a spider problem, a great big one. Personally, if I had spiders this big on my ranch, I would quit growing apples. That's just me. Alright, this is heart number 3. Okay, this one's kind of simple. All you need to do is go up to a spider egg and squish it. Squish it dead. As soon as you squish the spider egg, a little baby spider will come out and you can kill that. That's one of the things you can do. You can also just kill the spiders. That's another thing you can do. And you can also go around and pick up apples. That's a sub-quest that you can do here, where you can pick enough apples, you trade them into the guy who's standing over there collecting apples, and if you turned in enough of them, and the whole people around the area have turned enough of them in, you can get an apple pie recipe. And you can buy a piece of pie from her after you've got your karma all filled up here, or your hearts all filled up. You can buy it with your karma points. Occasionally a huge Grandmaster Poobah spider will show up, and you can all fight him. The biggest problem I have in this area is if you're a tall character, the tree branches are quite low, And it kind of makes you feel a little claustrophobic underneath the trees, but it's really pretty in here. So it's, you know, kind of a toss-up. Do you want to feel claustrophobic, or do you want to look at some really gorgeous-looking scenery? I don't know. It's up to you. Also, if the guy's out collecting apples, there's a chance every time you kill a spider, it will drop apples. Why the spider? You want the apples that came from the spider to go in the pie. I'm not sure. I don't know why. I'll have to ask the guy. All right. Let's move on to the next one, which is help Foreman Flannum over at the dam. Okay, we finished up with the lady collecting the apples and has the bad spider problem. One thing we want to do is get all the waypoints on the map. We're going to go ahead and scoot over, grab the waypoint here before we head over to the dam. Because you never know, you might die, and if you die and you only have the waypoint all the way back by helping out Dia with her cow problem, it's a long run back, so we might as well do that. So from here, I usually shoot directly across the lake and hit the dam at the very bottom. One thing I love about these heart quests is you don't have to talk to anybody. You just kind of show up in the general area and you can just do the quest. It's beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so this one's quite easy. This is heart number 4, help the Foreman Flannum with the dam. Okay, for this heart, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is kill the elementals that are already alive. You have to plug the holes you see spewing water out in the dam. And there's also some elementals that are on the ground that are sort of in a dormant state. You kick them and an elemental will pop up and you can kill those elementals there. From time to time, there will be some harpies that show up. You can also kill the harpies and still get credit for your overall heart in this particular area. One thing I want to note is there is a vista directly above my head right now that I'm looking at my really cool spiffy armor and all that. We're going to show you how to get that in just a moment. Basically, all you need to do is try to get to the highest point on the dam structure here and run across the dam structure. I love the way that sounds. The dam structure. Run across that dam structure, and then you go over to the area where you'll see some boxes. We're going to jump up and get the vista. Let's go ahead and skip ahead to that because this is just me killing and maiming faces. And through the magic of editing, you get to see me run across the dam structure. Alright, there's the little boxes I was talking about. This is the hardest part, I think. Just jumping across here. There's a space between those two pieces of wood, but really, it's almost laughable to fall. I've done it, though, especially on my Asura. It always seemed like it was a hard jump for him. Jump over here, jump over there, a little turn to the left. It's just a step to the right, and now we are time warping. Okay, now that we're off the dam structure, you gotta run over here to help Fisherman Travis and Justin with the traps. This is heart number 5. I consider this to be one of the simplest ones of all. That's why I kind of save it to the end, and it also finishes up the circle. All you gotta do here is you kill the drakes in the water. You open up these nets or traps. Sometimes the traps open up and a drake will come out of the trap. It's a little drake. It's not as big. Still bites just about as hard. Just kill the drakes that come out of the traps or kill the drakes standing around. And then there are the eggs. The eggs, in my opinion, are the best way to get the fastest amount of points. You can see by me opening the trap, I just get a little sliver of my heart filled. But if I kill an egg, it jumps up 4 or 5 times what killing or opening a trap or even killing one of the drakes will do. Here we go. Gonna run up here. I want you to watch right now when gotta find an egg. Where's an egg? There's an egg. Okay, ready? Boom! Like, I don't know, quarter of the bar for each egg. There's about 4 eggs up here. Problem is everyone else knows about that little trick too, so it's a lot of waiting and waiting until you can finally get some, and then you'll have somebody like a ranger standing a mile away and just bombarding the area, and then you don't get any of them. Like I was saying, this one here is easy peasy lemon squeezy. There's plenty of drakes around, there's plenty of skelks, you can kill them on the other side, the eggs, all that stuff helps him out, so it's a really simple quest to do. Once this is done, I will then use the waypoint that I got in the very beginning, right before the bridge, and we're going to head over to the Shaymore Garrison to do the next set, which will be like 6 through 10. That'll be on another video. That's about wrapping it up for this one here. I hope you guys like the new format. And if the heart thing was on the side was helpful, so you could just skip ahead to a certain part, let me know. If it didn't work at all or you just hated it, well, sorry. If you turned off the annotations at the beginning of this video, you wouldn't have seen it anyway. Well, you get to see the hearts, but you wouldn't have seen the little cool links. I'm sad. No, I'm not. Alright, let's get done with this one. I gotta upload it. Oh my god, it's late. Thanks a ton for watching, everybody. Please subscribe. More videos like this will be coming up very soon. I will be doing Queensdale next. Part 7 through 10, I guess. Actually, Part 2, Hearts 7 through 10. Yeah, I got it. I got it. It's cool. Alright, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. This is Gigasaurus signing out. Until next time, I'm gonna say...
See ya!